the adults going no contact with their parents, and then the parents just really don't seem to be.
Oh, sweetie. I probably shouldn't address this because I'm too emotional about it, but I will say this. Since my son has cut me off and gone no contact, I can do two things. I can remove myself from this planet, or I can just totally shut my emotions and all my feelings down, which I have, because it's too fucking painful. So my advice to you would be, if you're gonna cut us off, don't complain about it. Yeah. Is that loud enough for you? Thought so.
Something that always gives me a red flag if I'm meeting an older adult is if they tell me they're no contact with their own children. Or if they say that they only talk to their kid once a year, their adult child once a year, or just very infrequently. Red flag, red flag, red flag. And I say this as someone who's no contact with my own narcissistic, abusive father. It takes a lot for a child to want to go no contact with the person that raised them and should have been the person that cared about them and loved them more than anyone else. It takes a lot of trying, it takes a lot of years, it takes a lot of pain, and eventually it gets to the point where the person, the child, realizes that it's less painful to go no contact than it is to stay in the relationship with the parent. I'm sorry, are you 11? What do you mean that the only options you have to fix a relationship with your adult son are to either kill yourself or numb any feeling that you ever have? What you could do is not kill yourself, not even bring that up as an option. What you could do is acknowledge and validate your son's feelings and his experience, even if it was different from what you thought his experience was or what you wanted it to be. Even if you tried really hard as a mom and you thought you did your best, you can always apologize for hurting someone else, and you can take responsibility for that. You could acknowledge that your experience as an adult parent was very different than your son's experience as a child. It shows an incredible amount of emotional immaturity, and just like, how are you not so embarrassed for yourself by posting that video? That is so fucking mortifying. I would turn in my grave before I posted a video like that, and I'm very opinionated on the internet. Of course, it's disappointing if your adult child wants to go no contact with you, hoping that you'll change, and you don't. You just double down further and further and further and further. Don't you think it's painful for your adult child too? Maybe you should do the fucking work, even if it's fucking hard. And you should make it a priority to have a relationship with your adult child, because they should matter to you. Guess what? If the decisions you made in parenting are difficult and hard to face, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't face them. That means that you should face them, and you probably owe a bunch of people very sincere apologies. Oh, I don't want to do the work because it's too fucking hard. Girl, it makes sense why your son doesn't want to have a relationship with you. Do better.